Hi everyone, this is Dawn Grabowski, and in this week's episode, I'm going to talk about traveling on planes when you have a disability. Okay, for the average person, everyone going to the airport, they know it's a hassle to travel. See, when I travel, I usually have my crutches with me and my wheelchair, or one or the other, but I usually carry both the crutches and the wheelchair with me. So you have your suitcase, your crutches, and your wheelchair, and you also have to be stressed out about going to a place like LAX. For those of you that watching this in another part of the country, I'm sure you might be aware that LAX is one of the largest airports in the country, if not the world. I always try to fly out of Burbank whenever possible because it makes life a lot easier. But let's talk about this for a minute. When I go to the airport, I ask for wheelchair assistance. So I'm either in my wheelchair or I make the airlines get one of their wheelchairs and I ask for a wheelchair pusher. That helps you get through security. Now, I'm happy to have the wheelchair help, but let me set the scene for you again. So you're going through security and they want you to take off your shoes. Now, normally, average person taking off the shoes, they get annoyed. Me, I take off my shoes. Usually takes 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Sometimes if you're having a bad day, 15 minutes. So then they have to rub the shoes and they have to explain to you how they do the pat down. And then they have to check your chair to make sure that nothing is attached to the chair. So it's a lot of other factors that the average person doesn't have to think about. When you're a person with a wheelchair and you can't go through the metal detector, it creates a whole different world. My favorite is when they take my crutches away from me and put them on the conveyor belt to x-ray them. And they say, "Ma'am, get up and walk through the x-ray machine." Well, I'm sorry, you just took my crutches. That's not possible. It's no big deal. Just get up and walk through the metal detector. You're holding up the line. I'm like, no, you don't understand. My crutches are on the conveyor belt. I can't walk without them. And they're like, okay, so then we need a female pat down. Now, personally, I think that the TSA should help my social life. I think that you as a person that has to go through a security check should be allowed to pick, based on your preferences, your own TSA agent. So for me, I would like a nice looking guy to help me with my pat down. I mean, think about it. They should set it to music, like a big Hollywood movie, and it could be rather interesting. When they make you put your arms out like this, it could be set to the music of Beatles, "I Want to Hold Your Hand." And then, if the guy is really good looking, we could have a private screening. It could be set to Marvin Gaye's "Sexual Healing." And then if it goes really, really well, at the end of the pat down, they could play Etta James, "At Last, My Love Has Come Along." See, I think about a lot of things when I'm alone by myself, and I got a comic brain, so what can I say? Now, they always ask you if you want a private screening, but I'm okay. Just get the security done over with so I can catch my plane. And for me, traveling is very stressful, not because I'm going to different locations. I get more stressed out about the airport and the connections, because that is what you have, another reason why there's life in limbo. The average person will get annoyed that there is a delay, but they have not so much trouble getting to the bathroom or getting themselves something to eat. If I'm traveling by myself, I have to either wheel myself to the bathroom or I have to ask for assistance to get to the bathroom or get something to eat. And I don't have a really good sense of direction. It's part of my disability. So by the time I ask for help, they have to get on the walkie-talkie and they have to ask somebody to come and help me. So if I get delayed, there is a possibility that I may not eat for the whole entire day, or may not be able to go to the bathroom for the whole entire day. So when I travel, I purposely don't have anything to drink when I travel because I don't want to have to get up when I'm on the plane. Now, I know a lot of people don't like the bathrooms on planes, but imagine having a problem with your balance, trying to get up an aisle on a moving plane, and then you hit turbulence. Can you get this visual, people? Again, life in limbo. And then when I'm traveling with my own wheelchair, I have to hope that it arrives in one piece. At one particular point last year, my wheelchair did not arrive in one piece. When I showed up at my destination, half my wheelchair was missing. And they had no idea where the right leg of the wheelchair was, which was kind of odd because I only had one connection. But somewhere along the way, somebody decided that they needed that piece of my wheelchair more than that piece needed to stay on my wheelchair. So then I had to go through the reimbursement process with an airline because I was missing half my wheelchair when I arrived at my destination, and I was traveling by myself. So yet another thing, life in limbo, people don't have to think about, but when you're a person with a disability, you have to think about all the logistics. Hey, if you like this video, please hit the like button below. If you would like to see more videos like this, please hit the subscribe button. Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of Life in Limbo.